Greetings, family. This is Live with Chatufa. We are on the show and we are live wherever you are watching us from. Welcome to the show. We continue to salute you for the support that we see you rendering to this platform, the platform of the gospel of the freedom of the Zimbabwean people. We continue to speak it out. We will never shut our mouths. We will continue to declare that victory for the Zimbabwean people is here, that the freedom of the Zimbabwean people has actually arrived. So we continue to watch and look at the developments that are happening in the country. We continue to share them as we continue to conscientize each other with the move of God that God is doing in the nation. I'm telling you, God is in it. For those that are joining us for the very first time, please subscribe, like, share, so you can continue to receive notifications each time that we are live on the show. Today, we are looking once again at Mnangagwa'S looting club that has sentenced the ZiG currency to death. Mnangagwa, having seen that the previous bond note had collapsed, he decided probably he would solve the problem by bringing in a new currency, a currency that we are seeing that they are even afraid to introduce. They continue to postpone and to postpone dates, looking like they are now really very jittery about allowing that currency to come full-time into circulation. I'm sure they are very aware of the possibilities that they are looking at, that it is just going to hit the market and crumble at the same time. So we don't know until when they are going to continue hiding behind the finger. But this definitely is not going to work for ZANU-PF. It's not going to be changing anything. If they think they will escape, they will not escape. The issue of the economy will never be solved as easily as they think. They need to do quite a lot of work to solve the problems that Zimbabwe is facing right now, especially on the side of politics, on the side of human rights, on the side of presenting Zimbabwe as a democratic state. And this is what is not happening. And Mnangagwa and his crew, they look like they don't care about it. They ignore that, not knowing that the very issues that they are ignoring are the issues that matter and the issues that cause the nation either to rise or to fall. So as we are looking at the introduction of this new currency, while people were still expectant and still people waiting to hear what they had to say, it is so amazing that we continue to see conflicting communications that are coming from the Ministry of Finance and what is coming from the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. We see that these people look like they don't sit on one table. It's like this one group has its own communications, while the other group has its own different communications. And this that is not going to work at the end of the day, because it is simply demonstrating the confusion that ZANU-PF is going through, the confusion in the administration of Emmerson Mnangagwa, and definitely showing that their end is very, very near. So what we are looking at is how this looting club of ZANU-PF has finally declared death to their new currency. Because when we look at this tweet, for example, where we are hearing them saying that they will not, we won't force fuel stations to accept ZiG. This is what the Arab BZ governor has said. And it is sad and very unfortunate that the moment they come out and say this, why are they saying that they cannot force? Is it an issue of forcing, or is it an issue of everyone following the protocols and the rules that have been laid? The policies of government are supposed to be introduced and expected to be followed up by whoever, every person, whoever is in business, or whoever is an interested party or a player within the economy must follow what has been laid down by the government. But when you see now them coming out and saying we want force filling stations to accept ZiG, already this is a declaration of death to that ZiG currency. And of course, we know in the last show, I was playing you what Babash Penit was also saying, the same issues that we are also talking about every day, that the moment that they see that their businesses are affected by what they've done, they will quickly rush to defend their businesses. So Mnangagwa and Tagwire are the guys that are playing in the petrol sector. They are the top players of the petrol sector, the fuel sector. So definitely, they would not want to lose the US dollars that they are enjoying every day and start to see the ZiG coming in, a ZiG which they don't trust, which they know that it's not money at all. They are just trying to, buy some time, to try to look for some scapegoats, to try and hide behind the finger. But at the end of the day, it is still going to crash down right on ZANU-PF. They are not going to survive this one. So the moment this Reserve Bank governor comes out and says we are not going to force fuel stations, how then are they going to force other businesses to follow suit? Because the moment you are exempting other people from using the ZIG, then automatically other players too will also start abandoning that ZIG and declining it. And how are they going to enforce the law? How are you going to be sending police officers to go and arrest a supermarket that is refusing the ZIG, while the filling station that is just adjacent to that supermarket is not accepting the ZIG? What explanation are they going to give to say why is the filling station allowed and why and not the supermarket? So this is going to cause a lot of crisis and confusion in the country. It's going to cause a lot of tensions. And once there is a lot of tensions surrounding this currency, then definitely they are not going to win. Anyway, the truth being told is that Mnangagwa and his looting club, they do understand what they are doing here, that they did not introduce a new currency. They simply played some trick which they thought could work, because they'd seen that the bond note had just crumbled. After it had crumbled and they knew that it was never going to be resuscitated again, they decided to play tricks with the economy and with the Zimbabwean people by coming up with these plans of introducing this stupid and just a pseudo currency that they themselves are running away from. But is it going to work for them? Is it going to help? It's not going to help. In fact, the situation is going to become even worse. So we are waiting for the day that this ZIG is going to finally come out. Already they have declared death to it by accepting that some people or some players in the economy are exempted from using it. Then everyone is going to say, why not? Why me using it while other people are giving an exemption? So we know they are saving their businesses. They themselves are the people that must have the US dollar. The US dollar must be in the Reserve Bank, and it must be taken by ZANU-PF people and ZANU-PF big wigs, and then their businesses are supposed to receive US dollar. The government departments, which they know that they are looting, they need the US dollar there. Once it's paid in the departments of government, when it's taken to the treasury, it's taken and used by ZANU-PF people. And when ZANU-PF wants to pay the civil servants and other workers or other projects, they would now want to go and take that paper, useless paper, and then they want to give it to the people. Can you see that? It's so funny how we are just living in a Napoleon is always right situation. This is an issue that we are going to be talking about again in the evening, where we are going to be talking about how ZANU-PF is politicizing, has politicized actually the issue of the ZIG. We are going to be talking about that in this very evening when we meet on the main program, on the main platform, Chatufa Television Production. So this is what we are seeing happening, family. And it's so sad for our country to continue to see double standards that ZANU-PF is employing. And it is not going to help anyone. It's going to destroy ZANU-PF itself. It's going to destroy the country. It's going to make life even more difficult for the Zimbabwean people. We are yet to see if they think there's going to be a miracle that will happen to this paper that they've just drawn in pencil. Like Father Mahere was saying, the design was just like a young boy that was just given a pencil and they started drawing those rocks and the like. So Father Mahere has really been on their neck from day one, and she is really a pain in their neck, these guys. And this is what they need. They really need this pressure. We need to continue putting pressure on them and continue to show them the right thing, to demand them to do the right thing, to continue to stand and decline some of their stupid regulations and stupid instructions that they want to give to the nation, while they themselves are not towing the line. As long as ZANU-PF does not toe the line, the citizens of Zimbabwe must simply resist. We cannot be touring the line alone while them and their children and their vene are doing their own thing there. They want the US dollar to their pockets and the Zim paper to the Zimbabwean people. But it's not going to work. It's going to be resisted, and the Zimbabweans must resist that ZIG. Even if they call us unpatriotic, we don't care. The truth is they are looting the US dollar and giving people papers, and that if it is the first time, we would justify them if they call us unpatriotic. But this is the 7th currency that Zimbabwe has played around with. That ZANU-PF, not Zimbabwe, ZANU-PF has played around. This is the 7th currency. So we are not going to be hoodwinked. We are not going to be, threatened by those that want to call us unpatriotic. Yes, we are not patriotic, because the very first person who is not patriotic is the ZANU-PF guy, because the ZANU-PF guy is bringing paper into the country and stealing hard currency. The ZANU-PF guy is breaking the banks and looting the US dollar from the bank. The ZANU-PF guy does not want Nostro accounts, the people to have foreign currency accounts. They were coming after them, breaking the vaults and taking the money out of there. So we have thieves, we have a mafia government that is not patriotic. So what ZANU-PF is doing is not patriotic, introducing a currency, and then that same government that introduces it refuses to use it themselves. That is not patriotic. That is the highest level of unpatriotic people. That is the highest level of treachery and treason in a country. So we will never be victimized or never be threatened by those people who want to call us unpatriotic. Zimbabweans must resist that money. Zimbabweans must refuse paper. We demand money. We demand real money. We are working so hard for our money, and you want to give us papers while you and your children, you are filling up bags and bags of US dollars and stashing them in your farms, and some flying it out of the country, hiding it in Dubai and wherever. It's not going to be happening. We are not going to accept that. We have tried and we've been patient with ZANU-PF for a very long time. Now we are very impatient. We are no longer going to tolerate their nonsense anymore. We want change in the country. We are demanding that Zimbabwe must be freed from these thieves. We are sick and tired of ZANU-PF and all their games that they are playing with the lives of Zimbabweans. This is a matter of life and death. People are dying. Hospitals have nothing. People are dying in hospitals. People are dying in homes. Families have no food. Children are malnourished because of these thieves. And they continue to take pencils and draw money, and they want to give us that as money on paper. And we are not going to accept that. So Zimbabweans must resist that money. As strong as we will say it over and over again. Resist. Let's resist it. Because if we demonstrate, they will shoot us in the streets. So what do? Let's just resist that money. It must be resisted at all costs until it collapses. We want to see if he's going to bring again another money. We resist it again, and we will see. The economy, good lesson. ZANU-PF is going to learn a very good lesson from the economy. The economy is rejecting ZANU-PF. The markets are rejecting ZANU-PF. The production sector has rejected ZANU-PF. Customers and consumers rejected ZANU-PF. Everything is rejected. Even the rain has rejected ZANU-PF in Zimbabwe. Just wait when a new government comes. You will see our rainfall pattern will come back to normal, because people who have blood on their hands will be out of the country. And very soon they are going to be out, because God is moving and the freedom of the Zimbabwean people is here. We are praying that Zimbabwe must be freed. We will never allow ourselves to continue to be fooled, especially being fooled by fools. We will never be continue to allow ourselves to be fooled by fools. These ZANU-PF people are just foolish. And we will never allow foolish people to continue fooling us. Never. So this is it, family. We are never going to bow down to the pressure that ZANU-PF wants to bring to us. Imvula says Mnangagwa is looting money and killing people. Exactly. Gogoja Silva, how are you? I hope you are good. She says, hello, Chatufa family. Once again, thank you for the hard work you are doing, brother. We are still praying. Yes, let's continue praying. Praying is our life. Praying is what we will continue to do until our country is free. ZIG is not money, it's not working, it's just papers and tissues. Yes, exactly. Gogo Ngube, how are you? I hope you are doing well. She says, Mariema RTGs, yawe mama bank, yaka to change to ZIG. I don't know what she wanted to write there, but she says apara chinochinja iwo money changer arimo. Yes, this money is just going to go in the hands of the money changers the very day that it hits the market, and it's just going to fly and fly, into serious inflation. Hi family, we will not be fooled again. Pamberi Zimbabwe. Yes, exactly. We will refuse to be fooled by ZANU-PF ever again. They can try all they want, but they will not win this time around. Mnangagwa must make original money. Yeah, we want original money. Unfortunately, they can't be able to make it because the economy is down, and they don't know, they don't have any plan as of now. They are stranded. As from now, everywhere Zig must everywhere Zig must everywhere. They bring poor people papers and taking US dollar and rands. Yes, this is what they are planning to do. But like we are saying, let's continue to demand freedom. Let's fight for our rights. Let's demand real money in Zimbabwe. We want a real working economy. We want a real government that is doing good for the people of Zimbabwe, not evil over the people of Zimbabwe. If they continue to do evil on us, if they continue to wish us evil, if they continue to plan our poverty, we will resist ZANU-PF system. We will resist every ZANU-PF business. We will resist any ZANU-PF protocol. Whatever that they will bring, the citizens of Zimbabwe must resist until it collapses, and then we are going to see the collapse of ZANU-PF. And this is their time, and this is their end. We are in the season of change. Change has come. Nobody can stop this change. It is coming out. It is coming so strongly and very, very fast. As you can see, the signs already, ZANU-PF is reaching its very end. Family, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for those that have contributed to the show. We will continue to meet. We are meeting next show on the main channel, Chatufa Television Production, where we are going to be talking about more issues that are happening in the country. Remember, freedom is coming. Remember to pray for freedom. Freedom is coming tomorrow. God bless you, and God bless Zimbabwe.